discombobulated here. So I heard that the lady 2 doors down, that last night a gang of raccoons cornered her cat, one of her cats, and tore it to pieces. Now, I don't know if that's hyperbolic. It's kind of hard to imagine. I kind of want to know more. I almost went down there to talk to her and find out some more, but either way, it doesn't sound good. And I know my cats, there's been a couple nights where they were like, there was something outside, and they were looking outside and their ears were all pointed in a direction, and I was like, what? I thought maybe Emerson is like shedding a whole bunch on me right now. I thought that maybe it was another cat, maybe wanting to fight with them or something, but I have a feeling it could be the raccoons. And then I don't know if it's connected, but the rooster died. Like, we have like 8 chickens here. They're not really mine. They're my roommates. Well, I say she's my roommate, but I'm not in her house. I'm in the camper, but feels like we're roommates, kind of, Anyways, the rooster, they found the rooster the other morning, and he was just killed over in the coop door. But there was no sign of a struggle, like feathers or blood. But he was like in the prime of his life, so I don't know what could have happened to him. But anyway, what came about today was, well, first of all, I got a phone call from Wyoming. And when I saw the number on my phone, something told me to answer it. But I was doing the baseball diamond, and I was running that little machine, and I just kind of felt like I wasn't ready for whatever it was. But I had a feeling right away, it has to do with that well drilling job, or a well drilling job, because I applied for 2 of them. And I was like, for some reason in my dreams about the job, Wyoming was in there somehow, some way. And because I just kind of could picture there was well drilling going on out there. So I thought, well, maybe they'll leave a message. And then I have this new phone, and somehow my new phone doesn't tell me when there's a voicemail. But I just kind of kept wondering about this Wyoming phone number. And then I got a message, like I had applied at a construction outfit for like remodeling, and I don't know if there's new construction too, but I think so. And the pay seemed pretty good. I think it said 22 to 25 on the KSL, which is like the classifieds where I found it, and that seems pretty good. I figured even at 22. But I thought, well, maybe I'll just try to ask for 23, and it just hopes that would work, because that would be, from what I'm making now, the $16.50, that would be $3.50, I think $6.50 more an hour. And then the well drilling job, it didn't list a range, right? But I did a little investigating, Googling, and it said that for an entry-level driller's helper, $21 to $23, or something like that. And so I just kind of thought, well, it's in another town that's kind of maybe, let's say, an hour away, the actual office and the shop, let's say. But the drilling, as far as I can tell, and I looked at pictures and like on MapQuest and stuff, but they go out for extended durations. Let's just say, in my mind's eye, in my mind, it's like, say, maybe 10 days. and then, you go out and you, drill wells. And so I figured, like, I wouldn't be driving to the shop there every day exactly for where I'm at. It'd be more like I'd be going there and then hopefully loading up in like a work truck and then going out from there. And but no, the way this idea came about was I seen a documentary like a couple of years back about them doing test wells for something, lithium maybe, or something like that out in Oregon, in like the outback of Oregon, or the backcountry of Oregon, let's say. And when I saw it, what was happening, I was just like, wow, that looks like a cool job, and that kind of planted a seed. But I was like, well, I don't know anything about well drilling, and I just imagined that you had to be somehow more in the know than me, or maybe like grown up in the business or something, but then had applied, like, say, back when I was still on unemployment. I sent off some to like some places in Idaho and maybe a place in Wyoming on Indeed, just in hopes that maybe, who knows, and but nothing came of those, because Indeed, everything is on Indeed doesn't seem like it works too good. I think there's too many applicants. But so this one on KSL, I just thought, well, why not? And then I've gotten better at doing my resume and cover letter and shooting it out there quick. And I must be tired. I'm just going to lose my train of thought here a little bit. But so anyway, then I was like, maybe that guy left a voicemail, but my phone wasn't telling me. But I just dialed my voicemail up, and sure enough, it said there was one new voicemail. And then there was a guy left a message, hey, Brian, if you're still looking for a job, give me a call back. And so I called back, but it was later in the day, and it went right to his voicemail. Oh, the cats are shedding so much right now again. And then, so I just left a message that said, hey, like to talk to you more about it. Thank you for responding, and blah, blah, blah. And I told him I have a half day at work tomorrow, so I'll try to get a hold of you after that. And then I thought, oh, well, first of all, I was like, damn, I should have just answered that phone call just right away when I saw Wyoming call, because why else would Wyoming be calling me? And then I could have just turned off my little tractor and talked to him for a minute there or something, but I don't know. I kind of feel like if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And then on the message, I felt like I didn't do a great job at the message. Kind of like, I don't remember what I said, but it just didn't seem that smooth. It didn't seem horrible either, but I just kind of felt like, about the message that I left him. And like, oh, I know, like I should have said, hey, call me anytime at your convenience tomorrow, instead of me telling him I'd give him a call after 11. But then I just thought, well, if things are going to be that tight and messed up, over a phone call, then I probably don't want to work there anyways, or it's not meant to be, or something like that, But so the other one, the remodeling guy, we had a few exchanges, and then he wants me to call him tomorrow after 11. So that one I'm feeling pretty hopeful about too. And then I was like, well, which one would I rather do, I mean, I'm so excited just anybody even got back to me. I almost feel like I can't believe it, and like I feel like I'm not ready. And then especially when the well drilling one, when I realized it was that, like, I got like so excited, nervous right away. And then when I was listening to the message, he was leaving his phone number. I was searching through my backpack for a pin, and then I couldn't find anything because I got so excited and so nervous that I was just like beside myself. And then I was all discombobulated basically for a little bit, like super excited and happy feeling, but sort of scared, like, oh my gosh, what am I going to say to this guy? And then what if they do want me to come to work, and there's like, I think it said that must be able to lift 100 pounds plus with the little plus sign after it. And then it said augers, and God, the cat hair's just flying in here. And then I kind of did a little research, and the augers are like these big metal, steel screw things that are about 5 foot long, and I guess like on a small well you got to change 6 to 10 of them, but during the course of a day it said you'd be changing somewhere around 20 to 30 of them. But I think you're like rolling them off the truck and stuff, so I don't think like you have to actually heft each one, but you have to be able to move them around and maybe drag one in and do that kind of thing. And I was like, well, I think I can do it. I really do think I can do it. And then I saw one picture of a couple guys in the hard hats, and they had like these hose things over their shoulders, and there was 2 of them, and the one guy, he had on kind of a white shirt, and it was just trash, dirty, muddy, and everything. And I was like, yes, this looks like the real deal, man. Kind of everything, like a fantastic man's job, And just talking about it right now is just making me smile and just feel so excited on the inside. But I don't want to get too excited and then, crash out if it doesn't happen. And it's funny, too, the guy's voice on the phone, the message he left me, he sounded just like I imagined a well-drilling foreman-y type guy would, too. So, I don't know. I hope I can sleep tonight because I'm so excited and nervous. And then I'm nervous about the phone call with them. And then I was trying to decide which one should I do. The one's like way further out of town and it's more rugged. The other one is about the same drive I'm making now, and it's more predictable, and maybe even the money might be slightly better, but it doesn't have that roughneck dream fantasy thing going on with it like I've been imagining, and even that thing like, let's say we're out of town and maybe there'll be a honky tonk involved and some whiskey sours or draft beers and a pack of cigarettes and, a job that I could go back to smoking. I know that sounds crazy, but it's all part of that fantasy. And but I was telling Johnny at work the other day about it, and then I was like, well, I am already feeling kind of old and tired, so I can't imagine adding a hangover and cigarettes to the whole thing. So maybe that will never happen, but it's still fun to think about. I get giddy just thinking about it, But, and then the remodeling job, it sounds good too. I can really imagine that. Like, I'd rather, be building stuff, and doing something like that. I feel like I'm a good carpenter, and I'd be good and I know lots about remodeling, so I'm a natural for the position. And then the tile job's starting up again. The guy's got some more money, so he wants me to come back, and I'm gonna trade. His wife apparently has made me this necklace out of the stone I found, and I'm gonna give her a day's labor for it. He told me that she just wants to give it to me to show her appreciation for all the things I've done for him, is what he said, which made me feel really good. But I feel like they've done a lot for me too, and really helped me to get on my feet, especially this time around. But it seems like every time they get involved in my life and have a project for me, it's like just when I needed it, just in a nick of time. And thanks to them, I was able to get a backpack, get parts for my motorcycle, get a new mattress, which, just, there were like some real basics that I just never could come up with the money with, that I finally came up with the money for. And then, this job that I've been working, I would definitely feel bad about leaving Johnny, but he's like the only good thing there. And I still do feel really fortunate that I met him and know him. And then I was thinking, well, would I give 2 weeks notice? And I feel like I need to handle that carefully too, like when I'm talking to the persons tomorrow, people, that I don't want them to perceive that I just would bail on a job, But in this case, I feel like for the money difference, that bailing makes sense, like a 2 week notice doesn't make sense, but a 1 week notice I would think, because, oh yeah, another guy, well, the one guy quit and then another guy quit and got another job. So of the 3 seasonal employees, I'm the only one left. And then it was kind of funny because today we had a safety meeting, and then it was a meeting of all the managers was there, and everybody was there in all the departments, and then they said, and oh yeah, by the way, our McKay's leaving. He's found a job. And then somebody said, awesome, McKay, you found a real job. And it was like everybody was like glad he was escaping the gulag or the prison or something. And I just thought that was kind of funny for all the management and everybody to acknowledge that, like, hey, we're glad you made it out of this shitty job. And it just made me feel even more stupid for being there. It's like I'm still a prisoner in the gulag, So I don't know. There's a lot going on all of a sudden. But it's weird because yesterday I was feeling so down and turning into a crybaby again. And then now today I feel like very excited. And doggone you, Emerson, get back down here. And like there's like a real light in me again, and even though I'm like kind of tired and worn out today. And then I got some new used front forks for my bike from eBay. They still have to be rebuilt, but I have all the parts and everything for them. But mine had like a fatal flaw that so I had to get a couple new ones. But I really need to get the bike going again, even to do the tile job, and then having to rely on the bus and the train and everything. It's been a real drag. And then if I have a job interview at those other places, I'm gonna need to be able to get there. I could drive Old Rust Bucket if I need to, and I may have to. And then I even thought with that one job, maybe I would even get a rental car for a week or something if I needed to make it to there. And but I'm still torn. Let's just say if I could do either one, I just feel like something about that well drilling job, it's really captivated my imagination. And in the pictures, I see the drilling rig set up out in the middle of nowhere with mountains in the background, and it just seems like wow, But well, I guess maybe that's all I got for now. I'm just really excited and feeling a lot better, and I'm really hopeful, really, really hopeful about either one of these other opportunities. And we'll see you next time.